Hello and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. We just dropped off a load of wood into the sawmill. There's about 39,000 litres there now. 39,000 litres. I also bought the wood turner because the roller coaster needs staircase railings and floor or roofing panels. We'll have to get the other productions, but I also took the forklift back. It was having some issues. I thought we'd try this telehandler. I've just leased it. I've got another load of wood that I chopped down at the farm property, just to bring back up here if we need to in a minute. It weren't sitting very well, but the wood turners can take timber or planks, so probably just drop off some planks there to get it running, because we need some staircase railings sort of fastish, so we don't hold up the production. What I love about this, you can push things around even when you're stuck up against it. We will try and flip these over. But yeah, for some reason the forklift was just, yeah, flipping. You put stuff on it, it starts shooting off. You'll see over there in a minute when we go to pick up some more that they're all scattered everywhere, because every time I picked them up they were just launching in the air. I must have grabbed the trailer. Go. A couple more have spawned over in the other building as well, so we'll go and get them, but I think we will sell off the prefabbed walls. We don't really need them at the moment. We may drop one down to the roller coaster just in case. The other two we'll keep up here, we'll throw on the train, and any other furniture and bits and pieces that we've got down there that are made we don't need, we will bring them up here to sell too, because we've sort of spent 80 grand on the wood turning factory production, and we're also going to need to buy the other one shortly, so we need to get the money on our loan paid off. And we've got a fair bit of metal down there as well, so that'll be okay. We'll sell that, bring it all up here and send it to Elm Creek. But here's all the other ones that were just shooting everywhere, literally. Right, drag them back over. I know some people don't like this way, but it's versatile. It's especially on the console, because we don't have super strength. Well, I'll just wreck that one. We don't have super strength. We can't move things around except for like basic pallets and things like that. So this is just super handy to me, and it's a little bit more of a less of a struggle. I think most console players are the same, no super strength and things, but apparently if you ride the roller coaster 15 times you get some form of super strength, so that'd be interesting to see how that works, I guess. But this is a little bit more forgiving. Once you get used to it, it's very forgiving, I've got to say. As long as you're not silly with it and just do stupid stuff like I do sometimes, it's pretty great. There. Don't really need a whole heap of planks down there, but we might take some down just to load some of the factories up anyway. You can get this one with a push bar on the front. It's really good for logging, but because we're sort of on uneven ground and different edges here, not flat areas, I didn't get it this time. I think it'd be best not to have it so we don't get caught up on anything. Try and get it together. Didn't happen. Yeah, this was just a bit of a mess. Everything was just shooting everywhere, and I'm just, nope. I'm gonna get a forklift. I'm gonna go and get the telehandler and try that instead. I don't know if it was just because it was a modded forklift or it was modded forks or what, but it just didn't seem to want to work. It was a little bit glitchy the other day when we had it. It was putting the forks into the ground and getting stuck and doing front flips and all sorts of stuff, but it was just way worse today. So it can be painful enough loading up a whole trailer with pallets at the best of time, let alone when they're not working. Alright, so we'll take some of these other ones here. I think there's, like I said, there's another one over, some more over there, but we don't need to take them right now. Beams. Trashed them by doing that. Yeah, we do have another load or two down at the farm. I wouldn't really want to check on our chickens. Oh, don't push it off the edge, please. See how we go on there for the eggs. That's one thing I just wanted to have some sort of a farm thing. I am thinking about once we have enough money, moving that metal furnace either to the edge of that property or away from it, so we can, that'd be just a perfect field in my opinion. Not huge, it's not crazy angles, and I mean I haven't been around the rest of the map to see how angular or hilly some of the properties are. I just think, yeah, I mean it opens up another can of worms too. If you start doing farming, we've got to start investing in tractors and harvesters and things like that too. So, but I do want to do farm work as well, not just all of all woodwork, all forestry. Brings a whole more challenge to it again. But there's just more jobs to do, more things to keep going, more things to keep running. I like it. I'm going to strap these down before I knock them off. Starting to get a fair few on there now, and just my luck will wipe them all out. I think we can lift the planks up by hand, so in this case we'll do some of those on there. I'm not too sure how many planks are needed. All the stuff that have planks that we run at the moment are 3/4 or full. Mainly just long planks we needed for the wood turner. Let's see if we can lift up these prefab walls with this thing. And get right onto them. Don't even need the weight on the back. I'll take one of these down to the roller coaster. We don't need it yet, I don't think, but I know we're going to. I don't know how many. I'd rather keep 2 there to sell. And then all the excess metal that we've got, we can bring up and sell that too. And between that and some of the furniture and excess things we have sitting in our productions at the moment, I think we'll have a fair decent load to bring up and put on the train. But we will see you down at the farm, and let's see what we get up to next. Okie dokie. Drop these off at the wood turners here if we can fit in. Maybe to get a smaller trailer. This is going to be a little bit tight. Worked. 7,000 litres of long planks. So we've got the staircases going on the planks long. These other ones I haven't got going on the planks because they're, you know, I'll just bring down some wood for that one. The old sawmill's still got plenty. There's heaps of metal. We'll grab the forklift and probably throw on, we'll have a look behind here. Yes, there's a little bit of stuff here, so probably sell these. They're all too heavy to pick up by hand, I think. So we'll come and pick those up with a forklift and we'll throw them on the train as well, but we'll drop this stuff that we've got on now at the coaster. Right. I got away with it except for that light pole. Wicked. But I think we might just, yeah, for transporting planks and bits and pieces, I think we might just get like a little drop deck, little flat. Hung up on now. Are you there, bugger? Hey, we made it. I think we do have a forklift at the roller coaster. And we've also got our telehandler down here, so we can pick up the metal, put it on the trailer, come up here, get the furniture, put it on the trailer, and then get the other prefab walls that we have, and we'll just load them onto the train, send them off to Elm Creek and get them sold. There's an extra few. I keep forgetting that they pay you to drop stuff there. That helps get some more cash in, because like I said, I want to buy the other one. We need I think it's floor tiles. I don't think it said shingles yet. But I've got a list wood here chopped, so that can be loaded up to the sawmill. I was going to start clearing that to clear it up to our property. What I'm thinking of doing is we own all of this here, so I want to clear all that and merge it with 42, and then we'll take on 37. Like this whole area here is a pretty decent sized field, so I think if we do that, you know, even if we just run a bit of a field along around the river here, it's still bigger than what's over here. 41, I don't know what we'll do with that, but these ones are like a 90 grand, 100 grand. This one's pretty cool. It's got a bit of forestry there. It's 115. It's a smallish field, and there is a house there. I don't think you can do anything with it because you can't buy it, but just a bit iffy because it's on the edge of the map. I'm not sure if it'll actually be able to get everything or use the whole lot. So for now, we're just going to use what we have. That's plenty. We are starting to run out of trees to harvest, but by the time that happens, we should have our productions up and running enough to make more cash back. Where is our telehandler? Oh, it's up at the house because I loaded up the load from here. So we still got a couple of logs up here as well. How's our chickens going? Almost a full pallet. Been good. Hazard style. But I mean, once we get this cleared out, even here now we've got all this cleared out, we might even throw in like grass or a field, grass field. But I don't know. I've no idea what I'm going to do with it yet. Just because we haven't really explored what else, what other flat land there is. I don't think there's going to be a heap of flat land. It looks very hilly. She's down there, so if any more want to drop out, they can. Got an extra one there. If we can be cheeky and get 3, I don't think we'll be able to. You know that? 3 more dropped out. Like 2 at a time, which is fine by me. But at the moment, this is just all pure profit. I mean, once we pay off the iron furnace, the iron ore costs us nothing really to get, so I have no issues at all. There's no other productions at the moment that use this. I think you need it for some of the armor. Furniture shop uses some of it. Other than that, nothing else. And it only uses a tiny little bit. I think barrels and buckets may use some of it once we get that one up and running. But plus the iron ore is pretty infinite, and it doesn't take much to go and get a load of it. We don't have to dig it. We just got to load it. I don't mind using this as a bit of a throwaway resource, I guess you could say, because I don't mind burning through it and selling it to help us raise the funds. More on there. I think we'll take them all up. Got the armoires, or armoires, or I don't know how to say it as well. We might drop the deck on this, so we can put the loader on there and take it up there. We don't need it. Someone just jumped online. We don't need it up at the sawmill, but we will need it to load the furniture stuff on at the furniture store, so. Shit. Yeah, that should be enough. Last thing I want is for this stuff to fall off. Stack them down. I'll get the rest of these loaded up and we'll see how the shop leaves you sitting through all the boring stuff. Right, so I also brought us down some pallet forks because up at the sawmill we only have the telehandler with this, and it will pick up the whole trailer. I figure, wrong side. I figure for now this is the best one to do, because pallet forks, that's the only way we can unload them to put them on the train. So I might try and get this armoire, or whatever it's called, first. I know someone's going to give me crap for the way I say it. I'm Australian, leave me alone. We don't do fancy here. We do, but I don't know what that's called. On your end to get past, buddy. I want to try and put these on so it's easily taken off with a forklift. So we'll try and spin them around if we can. Good enough. Get the other stuff loaded up and see how much of a payday this is. Bugger of a spot. Even if you had a forklift, it's still a pain in the bum of a spot. Oh, don't go down the hill, we'll get stuck on the trees. Phew, thought we were goners there. Having the extra height definitely makes it handy. Mostly falling off. Depth perception isn't my point. So far so good, right? These chairs up together, try and grab them as one bundle. Good to me. We don't need to take the telehandler up there, so if we take up all the room, it's fine. We'll just drop this back at the farm. Okay, that was too high. It did knock her head off. Get the worker to take this back to the farm if we can. And the truck, make sure, oh no, drop some metal. Come back, mister. The cars have just magically disappeared. How does that work? You're waiting. Not keen on the roller coaster having any progress. I just want everything done now. Okay. I must have been able to bump those forks. It's fallen off, I'd say. Right. We will see you up at the sawmill. We'll change over that to the forks. We'll order this train. 900 meters away, that was perfect timing. Coming forwards or backwards, that is the question. Hopefully we can pick these up without causing any carnage. Ah, perfect, look at that. That'll be okay for the first load or two, and then we'll move it. See if these forks are any better than the last ones, I think. We're on borrowed time. It's $1,000 an hour that it sits there for, so that's something that you don't want to mess about with, but park in a bit of a crappy spot too, I think. One thing that'd be good on these would be like a strap that you could throw over the forks as well. So far, these ones seem to be not jittery and glitchy like the last ones. The last ones I had, they were called the hydraulic forks, the Magsy hydraulic forks. I'll have to double check. Awesome. This is a matter of testing. Can I actually drive? Are the wheels on this big enough to... Okay. So we're not going to fall in if we go over the edge with this one, like the forklift would have just dropped straight down and gone, boop, see you later. I was also thinking, if I put planks onto distributing, obviously they're not going to go to the boat or the roller coaster because they're not our production buildings at the moment. But would they should go to the other ones, right? Like furniture factory and things like that. Maybe we'll try that. Because if the planks and the long planks went to the productions they needed to, that would save us a lot of time, and it would, you'd think, evenly distribute. I think it would evenly distribute the items, wouldn't it? Something we might have to try. There's a lot of planks here. The planks are okay. We can lift them up by hand onto our trailer. This means that we don't have to have forklifts and skid steers everywhere. Unload all that stuff. And then any excess stuff we can just come and get as we need it. Worth a try. Right. I want to say what can go wrong, but it's a game, so probably lots. But it's the same as the metal. I mean, I could set the metal to distributing, and that could go to all the productions. Then any excess, when they're full, should stay at the metal factory. But that's maybe. Have to wait and see. We might try it with the metal first. These forks back in a little. Can we get both these pallets on in one go? We have to use other trailers as well, because obviously I don't think it's all going to fit on the flat deck. They're on, but not properly, I would say. I have to move this train further forward. We definitely can drop down into that hole. Alright, let's scoot this train. Oh, we could probably throw stuff on here, right? Let's see, we'll move the train forward first and get everything on the proper one. I think the back carriages are for timber and stuff. Holes, I guess, yep. Pretty cool. Shadow there. Ah. See, now these ones, all that. Jittering around everywhere. I don't know why it does that. These are in-game forks, they're not modded in any way, shape or form. At least we can pick that one up off the ground with the lag handler. Alright, this is a little bit painful, I'm not highly skilled in unloading. On, slide down. Didn't work. Even though I'm going to slide down. I don't know if you can do double stacks on this trailer either. Like, if I stack this on top of that, will it still count, or will it go with that? I don't know. Right, I'll load up the rest of this stuff, and we'll saves you being, there's like 10 more pallets, so hop back when that's done. Right, I've just been, oh, there's one over there. I'm missing 2 medals. One went flying over here, another one's flying somewhere else. I had them on the forks, and they just blink, off they went. And the joyride just took off. Oh, there's one all the way down there, look. Holy shit. Right, let's get this one put on. Go and get that. Lucky we found that. That's 10 grand just sitting there in the bush. I've got everything else loaded up. There's a collision there with something. I threw all the rest of the planks onto the trailer. It's unloaded in here. Hopefully without making anything go shooting off. I'm losing it all again. Oh no, stop. Crap. If we can fit another one on. Bit nervous about pushing them too far in case it shoots them off the edge. I better squeeze one over there. I think wood chips are actually over there in that big barrel too, so we might... These cars must be annoyed. We've been here for like 22 minutes, I think. Yeah, there's wood chips in there. Not what you can use them for yet, but there's a few. Does it say on the sawmill? Doesn't say how many we got though. Wonder if they have to be picked up by bucket. We'll find out in a minute, I guess. Sorry about all the back and forwards. It's been a bit of an issue getting these ones. This needs a weight on the back. It's crazy because that little telehandler, I know it's got 1,500 kilos on the back, but it weighs less than this too. So no idea. Let's see if we can squeeze this one in. I thought that went flying off the edge then. Thankfully it didn't. Alright, let's get all of this locked down. That one maybe? Yep, there we go. And I think we can just reverse because Elm Creek's just behind us, so let's have a look. Choo choo! The tunnel that should just kick us off up here. Saves a bit of time from all the time we ran around trying to find a low metal. 176,000, you betcha. What a payday. That's going to help us out massively. We'll leave them forks up here. Because we're going to need them. Unload off the trailers and stuff. What was that? Oh, the ramps are still down. My bad. Yeah, I figure we'll take these down. We'll drop off the planks where they need to go. We'll have a look at the roller coaster first and see how many they need there. But now we've got a payday of that much. I mean, it's going to rain soon, but it doesn't matter if we've got no farming work to do. But now we've been paid that much. I'm thinking, one, we pay off our loan. And two, I think we should look at getting the flooring factory. We are going to need to get the shingles at some point too, but I think if we get the flooring factory today, some of these planks can go there and that can start that production. So tomorrow, we should have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so we can kick off the next stages of the roller coaster. We'll just double check what it needs first so we don't buy the wrong production. Needs floor tiles. We've got plenty of wood beams, but we can drop some old heaps of planks here anyway. So we need floor tiles. I think the flooring factory is this one. Yep. There's this one here that we're going to need to get, the barrel factory, and then there's another one, the roofing factory, the shingle factory. We're going to have to buy that too. The accessories factory, there's all sorts going on. But I think for now we just buy the ones that we need to get the roller coaster up and running, because that's going to take a while. So this is going to take planks and plank long, so we'll bring them up here. Plank long, I keep saying that. We'll bring them here first, I guess. And what we might do with the sawmill is turn the planks long into distributing. Planks to distributing. What do you reckon? The wood chips to selling? Maybe we do that for now. No, we'll store them. That's okay. And then the staircase railing we can't distribute because that's going to the roller coaster. We don't own that. Nothing else can really be distributed yet. Metal could be, but we'll leave it for now, and we'll just try the planks and the planks long. Alright, let's head up to that furniture factory. Drop some of these off there, hopefully fill that up. Anything else that we've got we'll drop back at the wood turners or something like that. Furniture factory. Yep, this one, and then go on the right, I guess. That's not it there, is it? Oh, that's a pet shop. Don't need that yet, we don't have pets. Is that now full? Yeah, just because they're off the edge there. I don't know if we need heaps. Probably shouldn't put any more in because I don't know how much we need. I just drop these down at the roller coaster and then that's just excess there. That we don't have to bring back again. Been a pretty busy little morning, been flat out doing deliveries and go. That's the rest of the planks dropped off. The planks long dropped off. Most of our things should have plenty to keep them going for a day or two now. We don't need to do any more deliveries, so we'll park this trailer up over here. I think we're pretty good for iron ore as well, so maybe we just do another load of lumber up to the sawmill because there's enough here to do that. It seems to burn through about 30,000 litres a day. Is only really like a sea container or a trailer load. I'm just trying to think. Oh, the loan. Let's get that sorted out. Rather have no loan and less cash than what will be sold today? 190,000. No, that's in construction. 243,000 are sold products. Lowest day of wages ever. First day was the worst because we had so much going on. What have we got? Tree. Oh, I've got to collect that one. We didn't collect that yesterday. Sunflowers and sugar beet. We might take on the sunflower one just for, you know, farming. I'm not fussed about the deadwood ones at all. The sugar beet, I'm not too really happy about doing none of them at the moment. And the tree transport, we could probably do that later if we needed to. Get this out of the way so we can move all this equipment. This needs to go to field 2, wasn't it? I don't think we'll use that trailer. Probably just try and drive it down there if we can. Don't give you enough room to get anything in behind stuff. Figured being a Giants map, they would have given you that little bit extra space, but whoop. There's heaps of room here. They could have made them all pop out 3-4 meters ahead, and it wouldn't be a drama. Right, let's put this thing down to field 2. Hold that. We'll get all this gear down to there and we'll come back again. Alright, heading over now with the tractor and the trailer. Leave that there and get this underway. It'd be good. Going farming. It's been a little while. Run a couple of rows around the outskirts and oh, what did I do then? Wrong button. Turn cruise control on, but I lifted it by accident. It's been too long. Good at this anymore. Just turned it off. Try that again, shall we? Now we're on a roll. Don't know how much it's going to hold, how many rows we'll get out of it, but we'll do a couple back and forwards and send the worker on his own, and we'll go back and load up these trees for the sawmill. I was going to sell the second trailer load because we picked up those productions from all the sales that we had. I don't think I'll worry about that now. We'll just load up the sawmill. That's the main thing at the moment. That's basically the center of the whole game, is that sawmill at the moment, just processing the planks, the long planks, the beams, and that's what's feeding the other productions. So hopefully we can keep that fed and loaded up. Everything else will flow freely, and that's all that matters really. I was thinking about buying this property. There's not a whole lot of trees on here. I might go and check the other ones we're looking at doing too. I wouldn't mind getting one that's got at least a couple loads of trees on it. At least, you know, that's, you know, 100 grand. Just to get some of your money back. These trees here, I call them decorative. They're not really. I usually just chop them or mulch them, wood chip them, because they're not really good for anything else. There's a lighthouse down there. I wonder if there's a collectible there. Put a worker on for a second. We'll go and have a squeeze. I don't think you can go in the water. I wonder how far down here you can build. If you could build right to that edge, that wouldn't be too bad. Is this a... Oh, look at that. There's a dog. Is it a dog? Wicked. That's pretty well hidden. That's why I thought that'd be a good spot for a collectible, because for a lighthouse, that's pretty short. We'll have to come back at night and see if that actually lights up. That's wicked. If you own this, you could come across it a little bit more. You don't really need that roadway. To bring it out here a little bit more, you could make it a tad bigger. Let it get to the end up here, and then we'll send it back and forwards, up and down the long run. I don't think it'll interfere with anything down there. Maybe the tractor and trailer. You might move that. Stuff's everywhere at the moment. Move this up here in the far corner, and there shouldn't be any collision issues with it. And we'll send this guy. Hopefully it's not really a straight line down that way, is it? Then you want a straight run. See how much we've got to tidy up. Start it over this way. There's only going to be a couple of rows on the left. We'll have to tidy up at the end of it. Okay, so let's get back. We'll load up this up to the sawmill. Maybe break up some of these rocks. No, that's not it. Where'd we leave this kid? Oh, there it is. Like I said, I've got stuff everywhere, but that roller coaster is definitely getting more and more done. It's cool as. I'll drop this tree. I was going to leave it, but I'm like, I don't know. I want to let this thing run out. I'm not going to... I was wondering actually, with the iron ore, can that be put into a silo? So I want to try and run this empty. I've got heaps in there at the moment. And I was just thinking about moving it to a different spot, and that way this opens up this whole area as a field. Got to work that out. Once we clear all that up to the road and all around to the lake, we'll be able to make a better decision. But I'm just thinking, you know, we own this land. I was going to put more trees on it, but I'm like, well, nice, it's flattish land, it's usable. It'd be good farmland. Get rid of the rocks and the rest of the trees and make a nice big field out of it. Generate some income. I'm thinking about putting in a couple of open air gardens or something like that. At least doing that we can get some crops and maybe sort out some other productions on the map that aren't here yet. There's heaps and heaps of different ones we can put in, you know, like even that all-in-one building that does everything, you know, one building for whatever it costs. And then we can make our fabric, we can make, I think it even takes wood or wood chips, you know, like there's heaps of things that little thing can do. It just opens up a whole lot more than just logging here. And I know this is, you know, meant to be a logging map, but it also is farming simulator, and it's meant to be done the way you see fit. Definitely be able to make a lot more money that way, but that's not why I was doing it, just so there's more to do. As much as I love the logging, it's not good just making content 24/7 of just cutting logs, picking up logs, cutting logs, picking up logs. People may get bored of it if they aren't already. So I don't mind it. I come in and play the game. I put a fair few hours in off camera, get everything sorted too. Like I spent a couple of hours last night cutting all these trees. Obviously we've already dropped off one trailer load up at the sawmill today. This will be the second. I don't think there'll be enough for a third, but it's not something that I want to keep doing repetitively on camera. Everyone's going to be doing it, seeing it, same, so I throw some of these little jiggly bits on, try and get them into one pile, them up to each other. Yeah, as much, I mean, like I said, it's fun doing it. I don't know how fun, I mean, I don't have a ton of people watching anyway, so it's not a huge deal at the moment, but at the same time I want to get people interested that want to watch it and see the progress. So by adding a few more bits and pieces in might help that. I don't know, may not, maybe we'll have to wait and see. We may have enough here for 2 loads. There won't be 2 big loads, but all going to the sawmill eventually. What happened here? Got on something. Probably should organise. I've got a container for one of these. And there's some extra cash that way. On that one. You doing that? I was just along for the ride on that one. There's actually a fair bit more here than I thought. It just, I was in a little bit of a zone, had some tunes playing on Spotify and just came in and cut some wood while all the I got home from work, the kids were all doing their homework. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take peace and quiet, chill out a little bit. There may be enough for a second load. Pop these ones in and that one in and see how we're going capacity wise. Then we'll duck up and check on our the worker doing the harvest. I haven't seen it pop up that it's full yet, but I'd assume it wouldn't be far off. Not a very big harvester. We can get that sawmill fully chocked up, and then just take one load a day up there. When we know we're never going to run out up there, then that would be the goal. So that's the center of it all. So the more that can run, the better. And hopefully the distributing that we've got going there, and the planks and the long planks where they need to go. That's one less major thing that we have to do of a day just to keep things flowing. If we forget to do something straight away, at least we know the productions are still going to be running. They're being distributed themselves. That's a bit messy, that one, but it's in. All that matters. Oh, there you go, full grain tank. Right, let's pop over there, get him unloaded. Then we'll drop these logs off. How many runs did he get? Oh, not a fair few. There's a fair bit here actually. It must angle out a lot more than I get. Doesn't look like it angles out that much from up there, but it does, doesn't it? These have to go. Sell everything. Got to sell everything in to sell all the rocks. Next minute all the contracts and everything want to go there. Well, that's unloading. This is one of the buildings I was thinking about putting in. The modded one, it can be a pain in the bum, but it does sunflower oil, eggs, milk, corn, does heaps of stuff, grapes, fabric, cakes, honey. You know, start out with, that'd be like a pretty good one to put in. I don't know what that one there, art accessories factory, I don't know if we actually have that. The shingle factory, the wood turners in there, flooring factories in, barrel factory, spinnery. We don't have a spinnery, but we don't need it if we put this other building in, so I don't know, it's just a thought. It's 20 grand, makes it a bit more fun having a few more productions. We can have some bees in, stuff like that. Alright, we'll get this loaded up and up the sawmill, and we'll see you up there soon. Alright, welcome back. We've got a load of wood that we're going to be taking to the sawmill. I also just learned that we own all this land up here. So I'm going to see if we can fit up some productions. I've put in the I can't remember what it's called. Hang on, we'll get these unloaded. If they can start to float them off. Oh, not that time. That's most of them. one stuck out. Oh, we got it. We'll leave that there for a sec anyway. So, up here. That red building with the silo. We just added that in. That allows us to have some productions going up here. The pallets will spawn over here. It's not super fast. But it does bread, cake, cereal, butter, cheese, chocolate, raisins, grape juice, fabric. So we can do our fabric for the sails. Clothes, it does a lot of things. Furniture, wood, so if I want to drop in some trees, we can do wood out of furniture and furniture from planks. What I want to see is how much room do we have actually around here, because knowing that this is usable land, we can start buying some land around here. Paper factory, I know there's one of them on the map already, but for this, all in here. If we wanted to bring up our iron ore facility, we could drop that up here too. Stick it over here. None of this is being used. That is super handy. We would have come and get our wood chips, but I don't think we can use them for many things. Keeps downloaded. I know one of the sawmills you can buy that allows you to make pellets, wood pellets. I think it's that one, the carpentry one. Yep, you can make pellets and beams and stuff here too if we need to make more beams. But that's super handy. See if our truck has emptied everything off. And we're good to go. So we should now have 50 to 60,000 litres in there. 76,000, that must have been a lot more in that one than I thought. We probably won't be able to bring up another load because that'll be over full. Other than that, that is good news. Check our harvester. Looks like he may be finished or he's stuck. So far up to nearly 30,000 litres, so not a bad day. Yep, all done. Wicked. Just over 30,000 litres by the look of it. I think this has to go to the sell everything that we've put in. Once we've done this contract, we'll probably get that out and get rid of it. I don't want it there anymore. We don't need it. And this is going to be a pain in the bum for the contracts. Yep, to the sell everything. So let's get this over there and unloaded. And that'll be us, I reckon. That'll be done. Heaps of work today. Lots of trees. Production's all sorted. I'm not going to worry about any iron ore today, even though we've got this trailer. It'd be awesome. A load of iron ore, but there's 50,000 litres in there, so it'll be fine. We just got to clear all these trees. Oops, got to clear all these trees over here on the left, around the lake, and then we'll have all this area clear. Some crops in, some animals. Start farming. We actually cut through here now. There's a couple of big trees that I put here, so there may still be stumps and rocks, but super handy. And to sell everything that we put in for the rocks is just up here. Didn't really put it in the best of spots for big trailers. It was just in an easy spot for that little mower trailer. Unload this. I was going to try and stop it so we made some cash out of it and turn it into sunflower oil, but it is what it is. It was a nice easy contract. We didn't have to do any hard work. Complete that. And we are good to go. That's what we're going to call it for today. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and a sub if you feel the need, and leave a comment if you want. Check the description for all of our socials in our Discord. And we will see you on the next one. Have a great day.